Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, Reese. Checking in with the Florida State head coach here before the kick. He understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. To you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to this matchup. The Noles headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage. To get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Singleton. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Talking to their coaches, they said we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's ball. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
This This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
There's a crease. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's ball.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has it.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Daniels. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Unfortunate with that incomplete. Quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. On third and long, try and have a big completion here. Unloads to the wide out. The sure hands, it's Lopez.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last one was really going to help out your team.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Lost a fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's looking to pass. Got the back over the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Down short game, maybe a pickup of 3 in defense. Now he took the ball in a hurry. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now let's see if he's getting the game in the second quarter. miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Riles. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
We hear all the time that the tight end is the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that. To keep this third down manageable, really nice job of executing that.
With the catch, it's Robinson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Well, nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Gonna look downfield again. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. He got it right inside the pylon.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point, but no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Still on his feet at the 40. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's ball. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's ball. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now facing a third and long. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It'll be 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Breaks into the open. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
1st down, physicality wins football. Great balance, and right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Just missed his man, gave him just a little.
Offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here. Just haven't seen it in the passing. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's again the ball. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. Got to find a way to get a 3rd stop.
Run in the red zone. It's ball. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here we go. Something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. It's Robinson. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires downfield. Got him in the open. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. And that ball is caught. One hand grab. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he made the extra point without problem. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Jones wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running. They finally make it out. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. We're just about ready to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to feel. When as it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. Now, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out.
Makes the grab in their space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to make that explosive play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through, not just nullifying that run. After the 3 yards, they come to the line, second and 7. Got that by you speed, like I run by you. You don't get called whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Singleton. Powers through the defender. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Quickly complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's ball.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
And the Gators are rolling down the field. Ball again. Maybe a crease. Hits him with a stiff arm. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it in the red zone. It's ball. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the timing just a hair off.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Jones wants to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. There's the pressure. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Leaping grab for a big gain. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yards.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with the lone back. Here's a little room there. Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here. In the fourth quarter, you're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your...
And down he goes back at the 3.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks one deep. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quarterback looks for a little space. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown Seminoles. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Jones to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Gators in the hurry-up.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism. But they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point.
Florida State 42, Florida 14. Number 64, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone.